Tonight, the SFL Minor League returns to the Golden State, and the defending champions have come along for the ride as we continue the kickoff for SFLm Season 3, and you are just in time as the Albuquerque Atoms take on the San Jose Flight. This is Josh Circle along with the soul man himself, Brett Solberg. And Brett, with Albuquerque, it's more than looking to repeat here in Season 3. These players on both sides are looking to make names for themselves on their way to the big leagues.
And you have to look at Albuquerque here. It's going to be a fresh team, not a lot of returning players, but we're going to see a very high-paced action from both San Jose and Albuquerque tonight. Even if it's a clean slate for both teams, it's going to be a lot of fun action here tonight.
Excited, looking forward to getting started here. Albuquerque, the defending champions after Season 2, and many have them as the favorites again as we continue Week 1 of SFLm. And Brett, you talked about some of the returners. Douglas Brown, the running back, and Nate Ritter's the wide receiver. Both of those guys put up pretty impressive numbers in their first seasons, did not find their names called in the Season 16 rookie draft, and they're back for a second season.
You know, Douglas Brown especially, with 777 yards and 4 touchdowns, along with 160 receiving yards and a touchdown, he's got to feel really upset for not being drafted. This is going to be his redemption season right here.
We are ready to kick things off. San Jose in the dark jerseys with white pants. Albuquerque in white tops, black pants, and neon green, and we are underway here. And that kick will be returned to the 27-yard line. And this will be your first look at Trellis Blanton, 6'4", 220 pounds, just created a couple weeks ago, and now finds himself holding the reins of this Albuquerque offense, Brett.
And look at Trellis Blanton being a little bit more of an old-school pocket quarterback here. He wants to play just like Troy Aikman.
1st and 10 at the 27. He will hand it off. And this is Brown. And Brown breaks a tackle, breaks another down the left sideline, has a lane, is finally forced out of bounds. But flag on the field, and this one might be coming back.
I'm thinking it might be an incidental face mask call, so there might be some extra yardage here.
And there it is, face mask, and that will be an additional 15 yards. Due to the personal foul nature of that call, let's meet the Albuquerque Atoms. At quarterback, number 15, Trellis Blanton. The halfback, number 21, Douglas Brown. At wide receiver, number 11, Henry Meyer III. Returning for his second season, the wide receiver, number 14, Nate Ritters. The tight end, number 85, Paulie Truth. And at center, number 77, Zelly Cummings. And at some point, there will be a league that Zelly and I are not involved in at the same time. 1st and 10 here on the San Jose 27. Albuquerque knocking on the door early here. Twins to each side. Bland under center. He'll drop back to pass on 1st down. Has a man open over the middle, and that is caught. Good for 7 yards, 2nd and 3.
And that's 2 very effective starting plays to Douglas Brown there. The first one was a huge run with extra yardage with that penalty, as well as a passing play as a wide receiver. So we're going to see a lot of Douglas Brown here tonight, it looks like.
I think we are. And you can see why. Very effective on both of those plays so far. Albuquerque officially in the red zone. Will hand off on 2nd down. Brown again. He stopped behind the line for a big loss. And that will bring up 3rd and 3. Let's meet the San Jose Flight defense. At defensive tackle, number 95, Robert Crone. The inside linebacker, number 54, Philadelphia Collins. The cornerback, Jermaine Menefield. The free safety, Deshaun Evans. And at strong safety, Mike Jones. As Blanton settles in at 3rd and 3. And there's a jump.
Play.
And the handoff to Brown. He's going to be short. But we saw the offsides. And that will move the chains for Albuquerque.
Very untimely start for the San Jose defense there. That's 2 penalties to start off this drive. They can't be undisciplined early on. They need to be stout on defense. And now they're deep inside their own red zone. They need a big stop coming in to start that momentum for them.
It is a developmental league, and we're seeing plenty of opportunities for development here from San Jose already. As Albuquerque continues to march down the field. Heavy set now for Albuquerque. Douglas Brown behind that massive humanity in the backfield. And they will go play action. Bland avoids a tackle, but cannot avoid a second one. He goes down. And that is Robert Crone, the defensive tackle, letting Mr. Blanton know that he is welcome here at San Jose. That was 2nd and long.
And Robert Crone, currently the number 7 rated prospect in the preseason top 25 rankings, making his presence known in this first drive with his first sack of the season.
And now 2nd and 17, empty backfield. Blanton short drop, has a man open. That is complete over the middle. And that will bring up 3rd and 9. Short gain there. Complete to the tight end, Paulie Truth.
And Paulie Truth, I wish his name had an E in the end so I could say the E stands for extraordinary. But the Truth, Paulie Truth gets a little bit of action there, gets them back to middle ground there, 3rd and 9.
Would you like to see him go for it here, Brent, or play it safe and try for the field goal?
Oh, always go for 7. I love risk.
Blanton in the shotgun. Douglas Brown sidecar left. He will throw it on 3rd down. Pressure coming. Throw it to the right side. That is caught. And he is out of bounds, just short
There's
of the
a late
kick.
hit, though.
And another flag on the field. Now was caught by Marcus Brody. Let's see what the flag is. And it looks like that is going to be another personal foul on San Jose, the 3rd penalty of this drive.
And you have to be really careful. He was already out of bounds at that point, and he just went in for the hit, tried to get that extra emphasis. But again, it's just that undisciplined San Jose defense to start off this game. They really need to stop at this point since they are so close to the end zone now.
To take a contrarian point of view, he got great value on that penalty since they weren't docked the full 15 yards. It's half the distance. And now Albuquerque will have it 1st and goal inside the 4-yard line. Heavy set again. There's the handoff to Brown. And Brown stopped behind the line to make it 2nd down. Robert Crone and a host of others there to make the tackle. 2nd down.
It looks like number 33, Jones, was looking to redeem himself after that 2nd penalty that he's committed in this drive to be part of that tackle, along with Robert Crone, to stop Douglas Brown from getting any yardage on this.
The Adams will continue in the heavy set for 2nd and goal. And they jump off sides again. And that negates a TFL from number 59, Carl Hanks. But again, positive yardage because of the penalty for Albuquerque.
And you have to believe this now might be a little bit of a case of that week 1 jitters. You see it in the major leagues all the time, especially with the rookies. And with this being essentially being a 9-week showcase to show your worth for the draft, you got to sense there's some nerves along that defense for San Jose.
San Jose with humble beginnings already here in this initial drive of week 1 of SFLm season 3. No, hand off to Brown again along the left side. No gain. And he's stopped by Mike Jones, a strong safety. With some very stout run coverage, that'll make it 3rd and goal.
And Jones, once again, getting himself into the play. And that's kind of the player that he's going to be. He's going to be that rush coverage safety that's going to be able to make tackles on that blitz action. We've seen it twice already on this drive.
Going to the offset eye for 3rd and goal. Blanton under center. Brown again. And Brown stopped again for no gain. And that is number 54, Philadelphia Collins, rising to the occasion there, and that will hold Albuquerque to 3 points.
You know, this drive started off really bad for San Jose, but this red zone stand that they gave to them gave the team a little bit of hope. So only possibly allowing only 3 points instead of 6 on this drive has to come up with some positivity on that.
Terrence Calico, the kicker, puts that through from 18 yards, less than an extra point. And Albuquerque on the board first. It's 3-0.
You know, a decent drive for Albuquerque there. It started to kind of tail off after that big run from Douglas Brown, but the momentum starting for Albuquerque, fresh off a SFLm championship. They're looking to basically start where they left off.
I agree totally. A tremendous goal line stand there. After 4 penalties on the drive, San Jose manages to hold Albuquerque to 3 points. And now San Jose will take over an offense. We see a spin move. Nevertheless, San Jose will start with very good field position. Marty Hampton gets the ball out to the 33-yard line. And that is where we will see Joseph Green start under center for the San Jose Flight. And Brett, as we mentioned before, not a highly thought of franchise, at least in this particular moment. 1st and 10 now. Green in the shotgun to start this series. Trips to the top of your screen. Green will deal to the left side, and that is through the hands. Number 86, Vern Zales. And let's meet the San Jose Flight offense. Joseph Green, the quarterback, number 11. Jimmy Hazard, number 25 at halfback. Wide receivers, number 13, Doug Spelling, and number 83, Logan Strange. Juice Parrish, number 82, is the tight end. And Johnny Van Man, number 74, at guard. And Green will take an offset I formation here for 2nd and 10. Short drop, looks to the left side. Has a man open, and that is... looks like they're going to award him the catch. That is Doug Spelling. Spelling had some fits of production late in season 2. 3rd and medium. Would have liked to seen a better throw there from Green.
And, you know, the San Jose coaching staff giving a lot of confidence in Joseph Green to start off. Already 2 passing plays. Could possibly be a 3rd straight right here.
Looks like that will be Green starting in the shotgun again. And he's going to deal it over the middle. That is tipped and falls incomplete. Outstanding coverage by Dante Grimm, the strong safety. And it's a quick 3 and out for the Flight offense.
And I'm gonna repeat the statement that I had before. It's just absolutely great confidence in the San Jose offensive coaching staff to give Green a lot of confidence. You're not going to see a lot of super deep throws here in the SFLm, and we almost saw one go for 6 if it wasn't for the Dante Grimm coverage. Excellent coverage from Grimm.
Yeah, I didn't see the number on the receiver, but he had beaten the coverage. And Green just underthrew him ever so slightly. And now here comes the punt and pressure from Albuquerque, nearly blocked. And that will be fielded at the 28-yard line. And that will be all she wrote for that punt. And now Albuquerque will take over at their own 29-yard line. And Trellis Blanton, after a very impressive drive, right out of the gate, will take over for his 2nd series of the game.
And I think for Albuquerque here is that since they started off so well in that last drive, this drive they're probably in the mentality of going for 6 on big plays here.
Saw a lot of Douglas Brown on the first drive. Let's see what we see here. Blanton will throw on 1st down to the right side. That is complete. And Brown will upfield spin cycle and out of bounds for a very hard-working gain of 5. And Douglas Brown, perhaps lamenting all the effort he had to put forth to get that 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
You know, I like that pass from Blanton on there to give Douglas Brown enough space to make the turn and get himself some positive yardage. It's very tough to make those swing passes super accurate, along with giving them enough space to turn and get that yardage.
Now double tight end set on 2nd and 5. Handoff to Brown again. Will barely get positive yardage. A host of defenders bringing him down. Philadelphia Collins and Mike Jones among them. That'll make it 3rd and 4.
And that's a combination that we've already heard multiple times at this point. Philadelphia Collins and Mike Jones on there with the collective tackle. It's been great to see so far from that San Jose defense.
And now the heavy set on 3rd and 4. Blanton will fake the fullback dive, throw it to the left side of the field, complete and out of bounds. That is Nate Ritters, his first catch of the game. And Ritters has a 1st down for Albuquerque.
You know, Nate Ritters had an absolutely fantastic season last year with 978 yards receiving and 6 touchdowns. It was a shock to many when he wasn't the name selected in any team for the draft there. This is definitely going to be a show-me kind of year for Ritters.
58 catches for Ritters in season 2. Already has 1 for season 3. Blanton in the shotgun here on 1st down. Looks to the left side. Has Brown. Brown makes a defender miss. Makes another miss. Spin cycle. And is finally brought down by Deshaun Evans, the free safety. At 2nd and 7. And an update out of Madison. Madison prevails against Salt Lake in essentially a shootout. Madison 30, Salt Lake 27. Congratulations to the Madison Lynx on their first win of the season.
Incredible.
And now 2nd and 7. And the heavy set again for Albuquerque. And Blanton loving that play action to the fullback. And that throw is going to be complete, but just out of bounds. Ritters again. Ritters probably could have done more with that if he'd had a better throw.
Yeah, and that's definitely what it was. It was just it needed to be a little bit of a better throw. The swing pass earlier was fine, but that out route pass, you gotta get it to the right place, or else your wide receiver is going to go immediately out of bounds without thinking. So you got to give him a better pass, just like a yard or two outside of the sideline.
3rd and 7. Single back set out of the shotgun. Blanton will deal to the right side. Has a man open, and that is caught. And that is Henry Meyer III, his first catch, and that will move the chains for Albuquerque.
And it's going to be easy getting a catch from Henry Meyer III. Staggering 6'6" height. You're going to see a lot of high balls thrown at him. And this time, Blanton made the right adjustment on the throw to give Henry Meyer III enough space to make that turn to get that first down. It was a great adjustment from Blanton.
Particularly soft coverage there on Meyer, as we are at plus territory for Albuquerque. 1st and 10 at the San Jose 32. And Blanton with a short drop on 1st down. Looks to the left side, and that is a serious drop by Nate Ritters. Probably thinking about that last catch. Was not thinking about this one. 2nd down.
That's the 3rd straight out route pass thrown by Blanton there, and you can see that the Albuquerque offensive playbook already setting a lot of SFL examples here. You'll see a lot of out routes in the SFL, and we've already seen 3 straight passes here on this drive.
Power eye now for Albuquerque on 2nd and 10. We've seen a lot of Douglas Brown in the first quarter here. Blanton all the time in the world to throw, complete over the middle. And that is caught and brought down at the 35-yard line. And that is Pauly Truth, I believe, his 2nd catch of the game.
Now, I'll be honest, my heart kind of stopped a little bit with that lob pass there. That's a very risky pass. Doesn't matter if it's 1 yard away or 50 yards away. But Pauly Truth with his 2nd catch there gets some positive momentum.
Wins to the bottom of your screen, offset eye. Hand off to Brown there. Brown stuffed in the backfield by number 59. That is Carl Hanks again. And that will send the punt team out for Albuquerque. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League and SFLm combine traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. And that is what we call in the industry a coffin corner punt. Bennington tucks that in inside the 10. And if Joseph Green wasn't having a tough day at the office already, he's going to start this drive at his own 9-yard line.
Yeah, and it's always tough. Doesn't matter if you're in the SFL or SFLm. 91 yards to get to the end zone is always tough for a quarterback. Let's see how Joseph Green responds on this.
Green, deep drop on 1st down, toes on the goal line, and that is deflected by number 47, Dante Grimm. Grimm, the 2nd pass deflected already today. And let's meet the Albuquerque defense. At defensive end, number 66, Frank Stackhouse. The inside linebacker, number 41, David Ware. That outside linebacker, number 94, Joe Hitter. And the strong safety, number 47, Dante Grimm. 2nd down for San Jose from their own 9-yard line. 8 in the box for Albuquerque. Another deep drop from Green, throwing under pressure, and that is caught. That is Doug Spelling. And that'll be a huge gain for San Jose, and it'll move the chains for the flight.
Very interesting to see so far. That's the 5th straight passing play out of their 5 plays so far in this game. All of them have been passes so far, so that's a lot of confidence for Joseph Green to get going. I'm just wondering when Jimmy Hazard's going to get a little bit of a run here. Will it be in this play?
May very well be. Power I formation. Heavy set. 3 running backs in the backfield. And it's Albuquerque who jumps off sides this time, and there is Hazard on the catch. With a small gain, penalty notwithstanding, it's going to be offsides against Albuquerque.
There's the nerves kicking in for Albuquerque this time, wanting to get ahead of the play a little bit, but unfortunately just jumped a little bit too early on that. That's a no-no. A little slap on the wrist there, buddy.
Moses Talway lamenting that jump offsides. And that's the kind of enthusiasm you'd like to see. And also, what makes the development so significant, 95 players on SFLm rosters, excuse me, at this point. And that number will grow as the season progresses. And now Green will drop under center, looking for Hazard around the right side. Hazard has a lane down the right side and finally brought down at the 39-yard line. Very nice catch and run by the running back, Jimmy Hazard.
Yeah, that was very much a Jimmy Hazard type kind of play there. Last season, he only had 113 yards receiving, but he is capable of making those catch and run plays like we saw here. So we're going to see a lot of those passing plays to Jimmy Hazard from this drive and many others.
Great job creating space by the San Jose offense. Hazard the single back. Green under center will drop back to pass on first down, looking to the left side, and that is caught again by Spelling. Seeing plenty of the out route for both teams here. Perhaps nobody running it better than Spelling at this point, Brett.
Oh, absolutely. And Doug Spelling just having a great ability to run the route, especially with those out routes and getting enough space to get that catch and get that positive yardage, and sets up really good situations, especially on the second and medium.
Last minute of play here in the first quarter. Power eye for San Jose. And there is a handoff to Hazard up the middle, who drags a defender to the 47-yard line. And that was Grant Gustafson again on the tackle. As we're winding down in the first quarter, 3rd and 2.
Yeah, a very decent run by Jimmy Hazard. Just maybe a few more weeks of lifting those weights a little bit, and he can drag runners just like any SFL running back can.
Hazard, 6', 195, the single back, will stand to block on this play. Another deep drop from Green. Green to the left side, and again the out route prevails for Doug Spelling and the San Jose flight. Now with 34 yards on 4 catches.
Now, I would kind of argue that was more of a corner route there when it's especially a little bit deeper. But once again, another toe-dragging, excellent catch from Spelling. And it just keeps this San Jose offense in the game, and it continues to drive forward here.
San Jose in plus territory now on the Albuquerque. 39, power eye for San Jose. And there's the handoff to Hazard. And Hazard met behind the line. Outstanding penetration by the Albuquerque defensive front. And it'll be 2nd and long.
That'll be end of the first quarter there.
Yes, it will. The teams will switch sides, but you can stay right there. More football action coming your way. You're watching SFLm on YouTube. The Albuquerque Adams, the defending champions in Season 2, now on the defensive side of the ball, holding on to a 3-0 lead with San Jose knocking on the door. And this is their second drive of the game. And Green will take another deep drop under pressure, throw it to the right side, deflected again, and caught! What an amazing catch! That is number 82, Juice Parrish. And Parrish said a prayer to bring that ball in. Look at that, Brett.
And Juice Parrish, he got the juice on that one, even though it was a bobbling catch. Joseph Green has tried that 3 times now on the deep middle pass, and this time gets an amazing bobbling catch off of 2 defenders. Juice Parrish, we're going to see a lot from him in this game.
Outstanding catch by Parrish to get San Jose into the red zone. And Green will throw it again here on first down. Deal it to the end zone. Deflected and caught, but he's out of bounds. Logan Strange, his first target of the game, needed a bobble to bring it in, but could not keep his feet inside the paint. 2nd and 10.
Joseph Green might have added a little bit too much zip on that pass. It looked like a 95-mile-an-hour fastball heading towards that wide receiver there. It just had, that initial, just couldn't get that catch. Managed to catch it, but it was about 2 or 3 yards out of bounds.
Green staying in the shotgun, twins to the bottom of your screen. 2nd and 10. Here comes the twist from Albuquerque. Green deals to the left side, and that is caught. And that is Spelling again. Already 5 receptions on the night, 3rd and 6.
You know, we might already have an early nickname for Doug Spelling. That's going to be Out Route Spelling, which ain't a bad nickname if you do say so myself, especially when it's christened by your boy, Mr. Solberg here. But an excellent out route catch, and it just continues moving forward for the San Jose offense.
And just to echo your observation, an astounding number of reps with a rookie quarterback in the shotgun. And Green will throw from the shotgun here again, under pressure, dealing to the middle of the field. That is caught, and it's a touchdown. San Jose on the board.
And you have to love this drive here, especially sharing the ball around. You had touches from everyone. You had some from Hazard. You had some from Spelling. You had some from Parrish. Finishing it off with Logan Strange open in the middle of the end zone. And now San Jose has the lead going early into the second quarter.
Tremendous throw by Joseph Green with hands in his face. Albuquerque bringing pressure. Delivers a clean ball to Strange into not a super tight window, but certainly not an easy window either. Very impressive second drive after going 3 and out. San Jose drives the length of the field. And now they lead the defending champs 7-3.
And we have to think about it in a certain way as well. Joseph Green and especially Trellis Blanton, they are auditioning for open quarterback spots. As of this time of the playing of this game, we know of 3 teams that are available at quarterback this off season. This is very much going to be a high pressure audition situation for both of them. And Joseph Green, good start so far.
I think Green would be getting a second interview if I was the GM of any of these SFL teams. And now Albuquerque will take over at the 26-yard line after that kick return. And what a tough act to follow after Joseph Green driving the length of the field. That drive started at their own 9-yard line. Remember, Brett, that coffin corner punt. And the rookie takes him 91 yards for the score.
You know, it was slow and methodical as well. It took a lot of time off the clock, and Blanton's going to have to respond here.
Blanton under center for 1st and 10. Will hand off to Douglas Brown. And Brown stopped behind the line again. That flight defense getting tremendous penetration. And Deshaun Evans, the free safety among others, in on that tackle, 2nd and 12.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a poor read from Douglas Brown there. He had the opening gap down the middle, but he decided to go a little bit outside, and that's where the San Jose defenders were.
Power eye twins to the top of your screen on 2nd and 12. San Jose shifting. Brown to the left side this time. Has a lane, a little bit of a spin. Will get a couple to make it 3rd and long. And Brown getting a tremendous amount of volume to start this game, Brett.
Yeah, and Douglas Brown already getting almost like the Joseph Green treatment here, seeing a lot of touches early in this game, but I do expect Blanton to throw on this 3rd down.
Offset eye. Blanton, a deep drop. Pressure coming. Throws to the left side. And he's running. Nate Ritter's unencumbered to the end zone. And Albuquerque has their first touchdown of the game.
And that's what you're going to expect from Nate Ritter, is he's going to have that open space. He might be an unknown name, an unknown second-year player, just due to the fact that he went undrafted, but he has the capability of getting these long runs. Remember, he almost had 1,000 yards last season himself, and this is what he's capable of these long runs, and in just a few plays, Albuquerque has essentially negated the long 7-point drive that San Jose just got.
That will put Nate Ritter's over 1,000 receiving yards for his minor league career. As you mentioned earlier, Brett, finished last year with 978. Comfortably over that mark at this point as Albuquerque lines up the extra point. And what a game this has been already. The defending champs, Albuquerque Adams, take a 10-7 lead. And Brett, I was talking to somebody earlier about this game, and I'd mentioned the Albuquerque Adams, and they did the, da-na-na-na. And I was like, no, Atoms, A-T-O-M-S. And I think the way this game is going, not a lot of people are going to get the Albuquerque Adams confused. Going forward, this team means business.
Well, you have to think with the camaraderie, though, that they might be called the Adams family.
Indeed. And I'll leave that to the wordsmiths running the message board as San Jose gets another nice kick return from Vern Zales, and now we'll start this drive at the 34-yard line. Joseph Green, his third drive of the game coming up. And we've seen very little of Jimmy Hazard at this point. We'll see if that changes now with San Jose in the heavy set formation. 8 in the box for Albuquerque. No, it's a drop from Green, and there's the throw to Hazard, and Hazard shimmies and gets out of bounds on the right side. The gain of 4. And you see the numbers there for both quarterbacks. Green and Blanton taking over the yardage lead after that deep strike to Ritters.
Yeah, and it's looking like in this first half, it's going to be a quarterback duel. 131 versus 91 currently are the yardages. Could we see a possibility of 2 300-yard games if this continues?
Blanton on pace for significantly more than that. Green maybe joining him as well. Single back set. Green, another deep drop. And will chuck it over to the left side, and that is caught by Doug Spelling, who has basically set up his home office over there on that sideline to move the chains again for San Jose.
Yeah, this one was a deep out route there this time. And again, it's out route Spelling getting another sideline twinkle toes catch to get that first down. And now they're in Albuquerque territory.
Stefan Forge in the chat echoing our sentiments. Another shootout in the works. Stefan, we can only hope. Bunch formation to the bottom of your screen. Green and shotgun again. 6 defensive backs for Albuquerque. Green has a man open. That is caught, and that is very close to the chains. They're going to give San Jose the first down after Jerry Walters making that catch. And Green is absolutely dealing on this Albuquerque defense.
You know, Albuquerque possibly playing a little bit deeper now, knowing that Joseph Green has the arm strength with those zingers there, leaving a little bit of too much open space on those medium routes to turn into first downs.
Safety creeps down to make it 8 in the box for Albuquerque. Not sure why you do that. Deep drop that is thrown and deflected and incomplete. Joe Hitter becomes Joe Swatter on that play with that pass deflection. 2nd and 10.
Dang it, you stole my line. I was going to say that. Now I'm all flustered.
Well, now I feel good. I thought it was a clever line. If you thought of it, then it must not be very good. I'm going to go back to my writing staff and see what else they've got. As we line up here on 2nd and 10 in the Power I. And a plethora of defenders for Albuquerque in the box there. And Hazard will actually get a few yards before being brought down at the 36-yard line. Julian Rasmus on the tackle there. And a big third down for San Jose. Probably not quite in field goal range at this level, Brett.
And I just have a sneaky suspicion here, but expect a deep throw from Joseph Green, especially in this shotgun situation. Look, Expelling on the bottom of your screen.
Press coverage for Albuquerque. Bunch to the top of the screen. Green with a shallow drop and lobs it. Not sure what he was looking for there. But that will bring up 4th down and decision time for San Jose.
You know, probably the first interesting throw I've seen from Joseph Green on that one. Those lob passes are more meant for those drag route end zone kind of catches, but you know what? It could have worked if he just put a little bit less yardage on that. I don't know.
This would have been a 53-yard field goal, but instead Aaron Lind comes out the punt. And Lind will make an attempt at his own coffin corner, and that will touch down and wander into the end zone for a touchback. And Albuquerque catches a break there. And Aaron Lind thinking, hey, I did enough for you guys to down that inside the 5. What happened there?
And it just looked like one of the special teams players of San Jose just missed the diving catch to get himself inside the 3, maybe the 2-yard line. But unfortunately, it just rolls out of bounds. And now Albuquerque starts at the 20 instead of deep in their own territory.
6:53 remaining in the first half. Albuquerque takes over. It starts with a heavy set on first down. And there's the handoff to Douglas Brown around the left side. And Brown greeted at the 24. Quite harshly by Jermaine Menefield. And Mr. Menefield's tackle will make it 2nd and 7.
A very nice just push tackle from Menefield, basically saying, yeah, get down to the ground, my dude. And stops him at his tracks for a 3-yard gain only.
Just saw the numbers there for Trellis Blanton. They're on 2nd and 7. They will stay in the heavy set. Brown again around the left side. Spin cycle. Brown has a first down and maybe more, and finally dragged down at the 42-yard line when Mike Jones and others made the tackle.
And I think any SFL team, any SFL scout watching this is going to love any running back that drags defenders with him as he gets the first down yardage. As you can see, 2 defenders on him. That was Jones and Menefield on him. And he was still Douglas Brown trotting along to get that extra yardage there.
That will make it another first down for Albuquerque. Brown the single back. San Jose defense shifting. It is Brown around the right side, and Brown brought down for a small gain by Mike Jones. Tomorrow on Next Level Sports, Wild Card Weekend begins at 4:30 p.m. Eastern when Las Vegas visits St. Louis as both franchises aim for their first ever playoff win. Following at 6:45 Eastern, Jacksonville makes its 11th playoff appearance, this time in Denton, Texas, against the Lone Star Glory, the first SFL playoff game in the former home of SFL HQ. Who will make an impact this postseason? The SFL on Next Level Sports, we put the fan and fantasy. Douglas Brown putting some oomph into this Albuquerque offense as they're finally in plus territory.
You know, saying that's the second straight sequence of short run followed by a long run. Douglas Brown getting a lot of love on this drive so far. That's 4 rushing plays. It's got to be close to 40 yards rushing on that one. It's definitely great to see from Douglas Brown, and the Albuquerque offense just keeps rolling forward.
These are the perils of doing reads in between plays. You never know when somebody's going to bust one. And as it stands now, Albuquerque, 1st and 10. And there's a deep drop for Blanton, who has time, throwing it to the left side. That is deep and deflected by Jermaine Menefield. Incomplete. Looking for Ritters again, 2nd down.
And that was a very high reward play that could have worked out, but Jermaine Menefield kept up with Nate Ritters. That's what you want to do. You want to keep up with Nate Ritters to get a pass deflection or an interception. But a great defensive read by Menefield.
Menefield, Evans, and Jones doing a great job, not only pass coverage, but playing the run as well, as Blanton will start under center for 2nd down and throw. And that is wide of his target. Nate Ritters over the middle. Bring it up 3rd and 10.
Just maybe a few yards, a little bit too hard of a throw there. Ritters had a chance with that diving catch, but just couldn't manage to get it. Sets up a 3rd and 10 where you have to think they'd have to get a first down to even get field goal position there.
Absolutely. And then we will see Blanton in the shotgun here on 3rd and 10 in a spread set. Brown to his right. Low snap. Blanton handles it. Pressure coming, and he's down. There's a big sack by number 97, Buford Reese. And Big Buford getting some.
Big Buford is right. 6'4", 303 pounds, built like a professional wrestler, and slammed him to the ground like a professional wrestler. Incredible to see.
San Jose, after giving up the long touchdown to Ritters on the previous drive, gets a stop here. And Albuquerque will punt. Caught at the 10 and returned. Technically returned. It'd be down at the 13. Brett, your thoughts on the game so far?
So far, it's been very much back and forth. It's definitely a great SFL game to watch, especially for the first-time viewers here, to see what the SFLm is all about. And it's been a great battle so far between Trellis Blanton and Joseph Green. I'd love to see this continue forward.
Not expecting a quarterback duel as we strapped in here for week 1. Yet here we are. And here's Hazard, who's going to be sacked behind the line. A TFL for Albuquerque. And you see the celebration there. And that is Joe Hitter, number 94, the outside linebacker. Hitter's first TFL of the night.
And that was just very unfortunate. Had the gap down the middle, but went a little bit outside, and Joe Hitter was just right there to get that TFL.
Power Eye twins to the top of your screen. And Green under center will deal to the right side. There's Hazard. And Hazard has a bit of a convoy. And finally brought down at the 18-yard line. And you see the numbers on Green and Blanton. Both of them have hit the century mark already.
identical numbers from both players so far. This play alone, it was a very nice screenplay action going through. It's just I wish that maybe another offensive lineman or two were there with Jimmy Hazard to keep moving forward. But nonetheless, a decent gain sets up a third and medium, which is always better than a third and long.
And when both of these teams are getting their players in space, it happens to be a lot of space. Twins to the bottom of your screen now here for a big 3rd and 5. Green drops back, throwing over the middle, and that is deflected, bobbled in the air again and again, and it will finally hit the ground. Incomplete. And San Jose, after that volleyball match, will finally come out to punt. The SFL's 3rd season of minor league action is underway, and you can watch every Friday night live on the SFL's YouTube channel at youtube.com/simulationfl. The league is full of all the newest players who have gone from couch to field and are hoping to one day be on national TV, just like all the players today. You want to get on the field? It's never too late. Visit www.simulationfl.net to join our Discord community. Create a player and start building your career today. Now Albuquerque will start building this drive from their own 46-yard line with 3:01 to play in the first half. And Brett, after discussion of a shootout, all the offensive merriment, all the fireworks, it looks like this game is morphing into something of a defensive nature.
And this could possibly change here. Albuquerque with great field position to start off this drive at the 46. Not a lot of yardage to cover, even for a field goal.
Brown, the tailback, in the power I formation. Blanton will throw on 1st down to Brown. Available on the left side, tries to make a man miss. Jermaine Menefield says, brings him down after a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
And Douglas Brown getting a lot of action here, and that could be to Albuquerque's detriment at this point, because you have to believe that the secondary for San Jose have kind of targeted now on Douglas Brown to get him minimal gains, but we'll see what happens here.
San Jose adjusts on defense. Heavy set again for Albuquerque. Play action for Blanton, this time to the right side, and that is caught. The toe touch will be just short of the 1st down. 2nd and 2, another catch from Nate Ritters.
And that was the San Jose defense fearing of a long pass there that left Nate Ritters about 5 or 6 yards wide open on the sidelines there. It was unfortunate the pass was a little bit to the outside of the out of bounds, because if Nate Ritters would have caught it, he probably would have gained another 5 or 6 yards, get definitely deep into their territory.
If Albuquerque could convert this 1st down, they might be able to run out the clock for the rest of the half. Here on 3rd and 2. And they hand off to Brown on the left side, who has a room to run, and finally brought down by Deshaun Evans. And a little shimmy there from Douglas Brown, and why not? Albuquerque moves the chains again.
And that was San Jose's defense expecting pass and wasn't expecting a run on a 3rd down, but you have to remember, they fed the ball to Douglas Brown a lot here, so there was a ton of wide open space. So Douglas Brown sets up the 2-minute warning in great field position for Albuquerque.
Stay right there. You're watching SFLm on YouTube. Albuquerque 10, San Jose 7. The defending champs, the Albuquerque Adams, looking to extend their lead late in the 1st half. Blanton with a short drop will throw to the right side, has Brown. And Brown will gain a couple before being brought down at the 30-yard line, 2nd and 7.
And Stefan Forge said it in the chat there. Is that Douglas Brown or Jim Brown? With all the attention that he's been getting so far in the 1st half, you have to believe that he's very Jim Brown-esque in this 1st half. Another wide play to him to get that catch and a short 1st down gain to set up 2nd and 7.
Just saw the numbers there from Nate Ritters, 3 for 84 so far. 2nd and 7. Blanton will drop back to pass. Will step up. He's going to run it and slide. And they'll be inside the 25, but short of the 1st down. 3rd and 3. Pressure converging on Trellis Blanton to some extent there, Brett.
Oh, very interesting read and decision from Blanton there. He's not very much a speedy quarterback there. I would say a little bit faster than others, but you don't expect him to have a rush play on this.
Blanton, another deep drop, throwing it over the middle, and that is intercepted. Deshaun Evans. And Evans will take points off the board from Albuquerque, and it's San Jose ball late in the 1st half.
And you have to think that is Blanton's first risky throw and unfortunate misread of the pass there. But excellent coverage by Deshaun Evans, reading Blanton's eyes from however far he was, looked like about 20 yards away on that one. But just reading the play, finding the pass, and just intercepting that ball for Blanton's first mistake in the game.
It's intended for Henry Meyer III. You see him there quite a bit. Blanton had not been looking for him very often. I think we just saw why. As Joseph Green takes over at his own 16-yard line with less than a minute to play. Deep drop, throwing to the left side. Hazard brought down at the 19. They're going to spot it at the 20 to make it 2nd and 6.
A nice little swing play on that one there. I'm a little bit shocked that San Jose isn't going no huddle on this one. But maybe just trying to run the clock out to end the half there and get a little bit of a locker room talk. But sets up a 2nd and medium situation on that swing pass.
It is a surprise that after everything they've had Joseph Green doing in this game so far, we're not seeing a little bit of a 2-minute offense. But as it stands now, the handoff to Hazard. Hazard has a convoy.
Watch out.
Hazard makes a tackle or miss. Finally brought down at the 40, and now we will see the hurry up from San Jose.
They got to set up on the line. Clock is ticking. They're under 10 seconds now.
San Jose has all 3 timeouts, but they're going to run it again, and Hazard is going to get to midfield, and now we will see the timeout from San Jose.
It's an excellent set of plays there, both setting up for Jimmy Hazard, who we haven't seen much running the ball too much. We've seen a lot of passing plays from Joseph Green, and now with 50 yards left to go, do you think they might go Hail Mary on this one?
I think it's certainly a possibility, considering you're down 3 points. The only concern about that is that you're leaving your quarterback exposed for a longer period of time. And he is vulnerable to pressure at that point. But it looks like with 4 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen, we are going to see an attempt at Hail Mary. And there is the pressure. And Hazard barely gets it away. He chucks it down. He gets it to the end zone. And it's dropped in the end zone by an Albuquerque defender. And that will end the first half. And my goodness, Brett, what a first half it's been. The defending champs, the Albuquerque Adams, having a narrow 10-7 lead against the San Jose Flight. Brett, your thoughts on the first half?
You know, early on, we were thinking this might be a high-scoring shootout from both teams, but definitely early to midway through the second quarter, we started to see that defense come into action a little bit. A lot of stops in key areas of the game, key interceptions, especially from Deshaun Evans inside their red zone, especially there. But you have to love the offenses going forward in the second half for both Albuquerque and San Jose, considering that they still got a lot of gainage from passing and rushing, especially later on with San Jose getting Jimmy Hazard the ball a little bit there. But this just leads up to a very mysterious second half that we could be seeing. Could we see more of the passing offenses from Blanton and Green? Or are we going to see more running from Douglas Brown and Jimmy Hazard? It just sets up so many situations going into the second half.
Douglas Brown, 53 yards in the first half. He's on pace to hit the century mark. Blanton, 143 with a touchdown, and of course that interception for Jermaine Menafield. Excuse me, that was Deshaun Evans with the INT. And you see Brown there, a big part of why that Albuquerque offense has been so successful, notwithstanding the long pass to Nate Ritters. But I think the story so far right now has been Joseph Green has really looked outstanding. And there is the interception by Deshaun Evans that took points off the board for Albuquerque. For me, it's Joseph Green and just how much he's been able to do in this offense already. Perhaps to the extent of to the detriment of that man right there, Jimmy Hazard. Very limited action from him. Is that a trend that you think we will see continue in the second half of San Jose, Brett?
Well, with San Jose down 3, it's very tough to say. It really depends on how they're going to approach this, because they could have a more balanced approach as we start the second half, get a little bit more running plays to Jimmy Hazard through, or they could see themselves down big even though it's down 3 and start slinging the ball deep, which we saw a lot of in this first half from Joseph Green, especially to Doug Spelling. Watch out for those deep drives.
We will find out sooner rather than later as San Jose will start the second half with the ball. And here comes perhaps another great return from San Jose. Yes, they will get this just not quite to the 30-yard line. And that is where Joseph Green will saunter in, open up his laptop, and set up shop for the San Jose Flight offense.
And you made an excellent point there with the special teams giving Joseph Green enough of a good start, especially, this is the third straight kick return that's been close to the 30, if not past the 30.
Wins to the top of your screen. Green drops back to pass, finds Hazard at the left flat. Hazard gets a block, has a first down, and gets out of bounds at the 43-yard line. An outstanding first play out of the gate for San Jose. Sunday on For the Fans, Wildcard Weekend continues at 12:30 p.m. Eastern when two of the top offenses in the league clash. Ashley Jackson and the Arizona Scorpions face Matt Wilson and the Mexico City Aztecs following at 2:45 Eastern. Fort Worth hosts Los Angeles to determine quarterfinal matchups for next weekend. The SFL on For the Fans. We put the fan in fantasy. Green once again has this flight offense humming. Hazard now to the right side. Hazard drugs off a tackle, drags a man to midfield. And Jimmy Hazard finally getting some reps and impressing folks as well, Brett.
Yeah, absolutely. I said this earlier when Douglas Brown did it, but SFL teams and SFL scouts are looking for those power backs that can drag defenders with extra yardages, and I think Hazard a little bit better, dragging him for 3 extra yards.
Another deep drop from Joseph Green, steps up in the pocket, throws over the middle. That is deflected by Albuquerque and will fall incomplete to make it 3rd and 3. And that was Jeremy Toombs on the defense there. And now San Jose has a decision to make. 3rd and 3, you could run or pass here, Brett.
And I feel like it's going to be another pass. They're trusting on Joseph Green in this game. The last one was a deep pass, that high risk, high reward. We might see it again here, but with this play setup, it could be anything.
8 in the box for Albuquerque. The power eye set for San Jose. And it's Hazard up the middle, and Hazard stopped behind the line. An outstanding defensive play by Albuquerque. And it looks like San Jose is going to have to punt.
And that's big Tim House on the tackle there to prevent Hazard from getting that first down. 6'7", 295, the biggest of the defensive tackle sets for Albuquerque.
There is the punt. No pressure there from Albuquerque that time. Fielded at the 12. And they're going to spot them at the 15. The SFL broadcast team is looking to add new talent to our ranks of broadcasters. Applications are being accepted now to try out for either play-by-play or analyst broadcasting positions. No prior experience is required, just a love for the game and a desire to succeed. The application can be found on our website at simulationfl.net/broadcasting. And here comes Trellis Blanton and the Albuquerque Adams offense. Well, over the middle on first down. That is caught and close to the sticks. And that is Paulie Truth, the tight end, number 85, gain of 9 on the play.
Yeah, the very nice first down play there, Blanton, with that an excellent pass down the middle to Paulie Truth, who was right down the middle there. Sometimes a very risky pass, especially in this one, but Paulie managed to get the catch there.
2nd and 1, and another drop back for Blanton, who's dealing over the middle again, and that is deflected and incomplete. Looking again for Nate Ritters. Nate Ritters had plenty of company there, a great number of blue shirts in coverage.
And you had to believe that Nate Ritters would have had the catch if not for the bone-crushing hit from Philadelphia Collins. An excellent hit to possibly jar the ball loose from Ritters and cause Albuquerque to go into 3rd down play instead of a 1st down play.
I like the decision to throw it deep on 2nd down because 3rd and 1 is right here. And now we see a more conservative look, the heavy set, and they will hand off to Douglas Brown, who's very close and takes a mean hit from Jermaine Menefield. And Menefield playing outstanding run defense today.
If I were Albuquerque, I'd maybe twinkle around the red flag there, but that was very close call there. Menefield did an outstanding job to prevent 1st down yardage and give the ball back to San Jose.
And that will be a stop, as Albuquerque will punt on 4th and inches. Hyper-conservatism alive and well at SFLm. And the punt return will get to the 39-yard line for San Jose. Joseph Green, again, great field position to start this drive.
And that was because of the San Jose defense not allowing much on that drive there, just 9.5 yards on that drive to basically pin that offense deep when it came to the punting unit. And again, it gives Joseph Green excellent fielding position, 61 yards only.
8:19 to play in the third quarter. Joseph Green will start under center, and there's the handoff to Hazard, who was stopped at the line and dragged down at the 40. They're going to credit him with 1 yard. And that is Julian Rasmus on the tackle, 2nd and 9.
And we're starting to see a few more rushes from Jimmy Hazard there, but so far it's just not working. Perhaps if they started him a little bit more in that first half, probably would have got going, but we'll see what happens on the second down.
Hazard again, and penetration behind the line, and Albuquerque gets to Hazard in a hurry. And that is Tim House, number 98, a huge TFL for Albuquerque.
And that's Tim House essentially just breaking through the offensive line there as the snap happened and gave Jimmy Hazard essentially no time to try to get around him, and just kept grabbing onto him until he fell on the ankles kind of thing. Sets up a 3rd and long for Green.
3rd and 12, in fact. And now Green will go back to the shotgun trips to the top of your screen. 4-man rush from Albuquerque, and that rush gets home as Green tries to get rid of it and does eventually, but Ahmed and the Albuquerque Adams providing pressure. Green had nowhere to go.
And the San Jose offensive line maybe breaking down a little bit there, allowing Farad Ahmed to get through on that, and possibly just maybe a few milliseconds longer, possibly could have had a sack, but luckily Green threw it away. But another deep punt coming from San Jose.
And after the success that Green had in the first half, the Flight have to be a little disoriented by that 3 and out. And now the Adams will get the ball back here in a spin move. And the finally brought down at the 34-yard line. And now Albuquerque will enjoy some nice field position before they start their drive.
No, that was a very good defensive drive from the Albuquerque Adams defense there. And basically, it's becoming a defensive battle of anything you can do, I could probably do better situation. Will this continue down this third quarter?
Bland in the shotgun to start 1st and 10. Spread look, Brown to his right. 4-man rush from San Jose. There's the throw, and that is caught and out of bounds. Ritters running the out route now, 88 yards on the day.
And it was a nice little stumbling, almost one-handed catch from Ritters. It looked like he lost a little bit of his footing before the pass came to him, and luckily he got that catch and gives them a 2nd and medium situation where he can throw anything out of the playbook here.
Looks like 3 tight ends for this play, and a fullback for Douglas Brown, who does get the ball and runs straight up the middle, spin move. And what a gain for Douglas Brown, who gets out to the Albuquerque 49. And I don't know if I'd be dancing like that if I had 5 guys blocking for me.
No, that was excellent work by the offensive line of Albuquerque to set up that space. Essentially the parting of the Red Sea for any of you Bible freaks out there, to give Douglas Brown all that space to get the first down yardage and then some.
Heavy set again for Albuquerque, 1st and 10. San Jose showing some blitz. Hand off to Brown. Brown stopped behind the line. Outstanding tackle, Jeremy Toombs. We'll get credited with the TFL there, 2nd and 11.
An excellent read from you, my friend, saying that San Jose was showing blitz, and they did indeed went with a blitz on that one. There's about 3 or 4 defenders that jumped ahead and forced a stop there.
He's set for Albuquerque now at midfield, and San Jose will jump off sides. A free play for Albuquerque, and Brown getting good yardage. And they may decline this penalty after Brown's gain of 8.
And you have to think that was very good hard clock management by Terrell Blanton after seeing in the last play San Jose jumping at the right time, forcing them to go offside on this one.
We saw 4 penalties from San Jose on Albuquerque's opening drive on offense. And it looked like most of the jitters had found resolution, but perhaps not so after that penalty. And now 3rd and 2 for the Adams. Power I for Albuquerque. Brown again. Brown dodging defenders. Will get loose around the right side, and that is a first down for Albuquerque.
Nice shedding of the tackle there from Douglas Brown to shake away from the defender. Basically turned negative yardage into first down yardage. And now Albuquerque getting further and further inside San Jose territory. Probably maybe another 5 or 6 yards away from a field goal range.
Brown again with a huge hole up the middle, but filled quickly by Philadelphia Collins. And that'll be just a gain of 2. And it looked like Brown might have been off to the races.
And Philadelphia Collins, I made a joke with him earlier on in the chat, or not in the chat, in the private chat there, that I thought that his rival, Pittsburgh Smith, would make an appearance in the SFLm, but it doesn't look like it. Philadelphia Collins all on his own.
See, I was surprised you didn't go with the Genesis jokes there. Phil Collins, Philadelphia Collins. Blanton drops back on 2nd and 8, finds Brown. We're up on the left side, and Brown tackled in a most hostile manner by Jermaine Menafield to make it 3rd and 5.
And Jermaine Menafield showing his worth, especially on the San Jose defense. And you're probably going to see a lot of this as the SFLm season continues on. Jermaine Menafield laying down heavy hits, just giving bruises to the opposition.
Empty set now for Albuquerque. And a deep drop for Blanton. Over the middle. That is caught! And down inside the 10-yard line, but a flag on the play. Paulie Truth coming up with a catch.
I couldn't tell what that one is. This might be an interesting call here.
And that's going to be a hold. That one is coming back for Albuquerque. Excuse me, that's a hold on the defense. And so the catch by Paulie Truth will stand. And Albuquerque officially in the red zone.
Interesting. You don't see too often a defensive holding call, but this one happened here. And thankfully for Albuquerque, it didn't really matter for them with that Paulie Truth catch. Excellent look down the middle. Sets up a 1st and 10, pretty close to 1st and goal situation.
Offset I now for Albuquerque. Huge cushion from the defensive backs for San Jose. But it's still Brown around the right side. And Brown will get this inside the 5. Again, dragging defenders to make it 2nd and 3.
And the San Jose defense were committing to Douglas Brown's left side, but Douglas Brown went right instead, which caused him to get decent space to get 7 yards and sets up a 2nd and 3 in a very good spot.
Blanton will pass again on 2nd down. Under pressure, throw it to the right side. Touchdown, Albuquerque. Paulie Truth with the catch.
And that was a very nice under the defense, essentially, route from Paulie Truth. As you can see, there was a couple of receivers that were underneath the defenders on the first half of that end zone. So it was an excellent play call by Albuquerque and an excellent route ran by Paulie Truth to get Albuquerque ahead 16-7.
Paulie Truth and Nate Ritters have each scored a touchdown for Albuquerque tonight. And the extra point is good. Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. Visit sector6apparel.com or our website at simulationfl.net for replica team jerseys and completely customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more that help each team stand out from their opponents. Get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6 and the SFL. And I will read that a little slower next time. As Albuquerque kicks off to San Jose with 3:19 to play in the 3rd quarter. And this has a chance to be another nice return as they get it to the 30-yard line. Marty Hampton doing the dirty work for San Jose.
So now I got to throw you a question here. In the first half, we saw San Jose with a methodical drive that ended a touchdown. Albuquerque quickly responded with a deep drive. Are we going to see the vice versa situation where San Jose is going to get a deep touchdown here?
I wonder if this is the time where you go to Jimmy Hazard, who's not seen a lot of volume in this game so far. And there's still plenty of time after 2 scores. And Green will throw here on first down, and that is nearly intercepted. Unbelievable drop there from Albuquerque. Didn't see the number. That is actually number 25, Joseph Chapman. And he's got to be a little chapped to come up with that pick.
That was a very risky pass from Joseph Green. An out route that's starting to become a little bit over-reliant from spelling. They're starting to read them like a little bit like the back of their hands. Green's got to be careful on this next throw if he does.
8 in the box for Albuquerque. Offset eye for San Jose. Green, short drop, goes to the left side, and there it is. The bread and butter of this offense right now, Doug Spelling on the out route. 7 catches for 54 yards on the day.
And those out routes always a blessing to any offense because it stops the clock when they go out of bounds, and they don't have to worry about time going down. Especially with San Jose down 10, they can breathe a little bit, get to the line, and get their next play going.
Bunch formation to the top of your screen. Green back in the shotgun. High snap. Green handles it, throws, and that is nearly intercepted again. Number 58, Grant Gustafson. A little too much tape on the gloves, perhaps. But as it stands, San Jose is going to punt here on 4th and 7.
And we've seen a little bit of Gustafson so far here today with both the coverage and laying in some decent hits. It's great to see the Albuquerque defense respond from their offense by stopping San Jose and sustaining that lead for Albuquerque.
And almost a 3 and out. It was a 3 and out for San Jose. And Albuquerque will take over at their own 30-yard line after the return from Sanders.
And now with Albuquerque up 10, there's a lot of options for Albuquerque to run things. They can continue running the ball with Douglas Brown, or if they want to add a little more salt to the wounds, if you want to say, just keep going deep and break that lead even larger if they want to.
Clock is Albuquerque's friend at this point. Brown stopped in the middle for no gain. Actually, they're going to credit him with the yard. And that is number 59, Carl Hanks. We've seen a little bit of him and called his name more than once tonight. 2nd and 9 for Albuquerque.
Albuquerque isn't worrying too much about that first play short yardage play there. They're really going to worry about the second down play to see if they can get some major yardage, though.
Heavy set for Albuquerque. Brown again around the left side. And there's penetration behind the line. And Hanks again trying to get his team fired up with another TFL.
And that's exactly what it is. It's trying to fire up that offense who are in the sideline just coming from a 3 and out to basically tell them, hey, we're going to give you another chance, and we're gonna play our butts off to get you that second chance.
3rd and 13. Trellis Blanton barely escaped from the shadow of his own goalpost. In the shotgun. Brown to his left. Will throw here. Has time. Under pressure. And that's intercepted. San Jose comes up with another interception, their second of the game.
That's going to be Alan Lucas, one of the role players on the San Jose flight there, getting the interception. It was an excellent read. Blanton wanted to go for a deep yard drive to get out of their own territory there, but just proved a little bit too costly. It looked like a little bit too far of a pass to give. But now, Joseph Green, now here to redeem himself possibly on this drive here at midfield.
Blanton under serious pressure, trying to get that deep pass loose. Intended for Ritters. But found a customer in a blue jersey instead, and now Joseph Green will take over at midfield. Heavy set on first down. Here comes Hazard. Hazard down the left side. Hazard very close to a first down. It'll be 2nd and 1. A tremendous run from Jimmy Hazard.
You said it. It was an absolutely tremendous run by Jimmy Hazard. It's a good first play that you want to see from your running back to get major yardage out of it, if not first down yardage, to set up a second down situation where you could throw anything out of their playbook.
Absolutely. They will start in the power I here. A lot of customers in the offensive line, and Hazard again up the middle. Remarkable that San Jose was able to get the blocking there. For Jimmy Hazard, it looked like Albuquerque had eight or even 9 in the box.
No, that was excellent separation led by, you can't tell from me using the thumbs, but I'm going John Van Man on that one. Just excellent blocking to set up the space that Hazard needed to get that first down and essentially get a carbon copy play out of him. Another 9 yards sets him up in really great territory now.
Tremendous view from the field cam there on the run for Hazard. First and 10 at the 33. Green drops back again. Finds Hazard in the right flat. Hazard has a block. It's a first down and more. And Hazard is in the red zone after being brought down at the 18-yard line. And Hazard cannot stop celebrating, and why should he?
And that drive that so far has been the Jimmy Hazard show. 3 plays, got 2 excellent running plays coming out of him from the middle, and then this third play on a swing pass coming outside and getting excellent speed burst, going down the sideline for that first down, and now they're inside the 20 and are threatening.
Hazard out of the heavy set is going to get stuffed at the line. They're going to credit him with the yard. Julian Rasmus on the tackle, 2nd and 9.
And it's a good stop by Albuquerque to basically neutralize Jimmy Hazard on that first play. Since the last 3, he's been pretty explosive. 2nd and 9 is a lot tougher than 2nd and short, I would say so myself.
8 in the box for Albuquerque. Hazard the single back. Green will throw. Throw to the right side, and that goes through the hands of the defender. Intended for Logan Strange, number 83, but he was well covered and very fortunate for Green. That was not intercepted.
And Joseph Chapman there, just an excellent read of the play, ending the third quarter with a positive thing for the Adams, setting up the fourth quarter.
That is the end of the third quarter. The teams will switch sides, but you can stay right there. More football action coming your way. You're watching SFLm on YouTube. And we will open the fourth quarter with a big third down for San Jose, trailing the defending SFLm champs. And Green will throw it here over the middle, and that is caught by Doug Spelling inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
We've seen a lot of Doug Spelling here, especially with the out routes, this time going down the middle. And I give a lot of credit to Joseph Green because that was a zip of a pass to especially recognize that it was soon going to be double coverage on that pass, and he zipped it just fast enough to get to Spelling so that now San Jose is at the 2-yard line. They could run anything at this point.
And Spelling knew he was going to take that shot from Dante Grimm, and he did, but still held on to the ball. 1st and goal for San Jose. Green out of the eye. Will throw it on 1st down. Here comes the blitz. Throw it to the left side. And that is deflected and deflected again, and then it finally falls incomplete. 2 separate defenders got their hands on that ball, including Joe Hitter. Great pass coverage from the outside linebacker.
Yeah, Joe Hitter turned into Joe Cover on that one instead of Joe Swatter, but an excellent idea of a throw from Joseph Green there. That's where you want that drag pass that drag lob pass to come out. It just needed to get a little bit more to the sideline, I think, for that catch to be made.
Could not agree more. 2nd and 2 for San Jose. Green will throw it again. Pressure coming, and that is over the middle, incomplete. Green just trying to get it away as pressure converging, especially up the middle of the field.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think Ref 62 is in the way. Almost played like as a 13th man for Albuquerque there. There was a wide open man at the back of the end zone, and the referee was just in the way.
If I didn't know you were Canadian before, I would have known it now after you said 13th man. And we're at 3rd and goal from the Albuquerque 2. Joseph Green playing a fantastic game here to start this season. Will throw and has Doug Spelling, but is deflected away. You see the numbers there on Spelling, 13 targets, but only 8 catches. And that was nice coverage by Aaron Franklin, And now it's 4th and goal. Brett, what would you do in this situation with 10:18 to play in the game?
Well, they're going to kick here, and I think that's a pretty good idea considering that they still have another 10 minutes of fourth quarter action left. They can afford just to get the 3 points, be only down one score, and get the next stop from the San Jose defense, who is reeling from a great play so far.
The field goal is good for 19 yards, and I'm having a mind meld with Yogi Barr and Chad, who noticed there were no runs on that drive from first and goal on. 3 straight passes from Joseph Green, 3 straight incompletions. And frankly, some of those were fortunate to be incompletions, as they were well covered in some instances. And now Albuquerque with a 7-point lead. The score is 17-10 now. And the Adams are going to get the ball back. And that is a nice return from the Albuquerque special teams unit. And they will start on offense at the 29-yard line.
And we've seen a lot of this from both teams. They're getting good field advantage to start off the drives for their quarterbacks, setting them up in a nice situation, definitely relieving some of the pressure that a lot of quarterbacks have when they're deeper in their own territory here.
And Albuquerque's going to try and close out this game with 10-10 to play. Brown out of the heavy set. Douglas Brown will take a shot at the 32-yard line. You see the numbers there, 86 yards on 23 carries. I'd have to say a very impressive day for Douglas Brown.
An excellent day for Douglas Brown. A good debut week for him for the season. And you would love to see him just carry on and continue forward and get his name out there to the other SFL teams.
And we can confirm that will put Brown over 1,000 all-purpose yards for his career in the minor leagues. And Brown again will get just a few on the catch and run to make it 3rd and 5 for Albuquerque.
And a couple short play situations there, setting up a 3rd and medium, which isn't too bad, but it's a little bit unorthodox so far especially in the second half, where Albuquerque has had some big plays so far.
Offset eye twins to the bottom of your screen for Albuquerque. Trellis Blanton under center will throw it on 3rd and 5. Pressure coming. He will dump it off to Douglas Brown, and Brown's going to run back up the middle, interestingly enough, and get a couple yards, but finally brought down short of the sticks. 4th and 3, and Albuquerque's going to have to punt.
And that's the San Jose secondary basically blocking off all options for Blanton there. No receivers open on that. Had to go for a check down pass to Douglas Brown, and they stopped him pretty quickly. And that's a 3 and out, and San Jose has another chance to tie this game.
Visit the all-new SFL League website at simulationfl.net for info on how to create a player, to join our community, the league, and the teams that play in it. Links to apparel, helmets, and a comprehensive history of the SFL, including 1,500 games and thousands of players who have hit the virtual field. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. And Joseph Green might have won a couple fans here in the booth tonight, Brett, as he will take over at his own 28-yard line with his team down a touchdown and just under 8.5 to play. We'll hand off to Hazard on 1st down. And Hazard will get maybe 2. And you see the yards per carry on Hazard, who did not get a lot of volume in the first half, but now coming alive here.
Now, it's very much a switch of the playbook on the second half for San Jose. But I got to give credit to the offensive line on this play here with the Adams defense basically swarming in, but the offensive line giving him enough space to get positive yardage on this.
Hazard's a single back. Green under center for 2nd and 8. And Green will throw again, and that pass is covered and well defended. Hazard had no chance of getting that ball. 3rd and 8.
No, that was an excellent read by Aaron Franklin to know that the swing pass was coming there. Was basically in front of the pass the whole time, basically from, I would say, a split second before the throw was even out of Joseph Green's hands there. And now a 3rd down situation. They're probably going to go deep on this one.
Tighter coverage from the Albuquerque secondary. Bunch formation to the top of your screen. Green in the shotgun. And there's a quick throw over the middle to Doug Spelling. And Spelling has a 1st down.
And I have to believe that Doug Spelling has got to be close to 100 yards in the game for that one there. Another great pass from Joseph Green to get to that open man Spelling. And once again, close to double coverage on that one, but with enough zip, it won't even matter. And sets up a first down, inching closer and closer to tying this game.
A drive-saving catch from Doug Spelling. And now Joseph Green will go under center here with a fresh set of downs at his own 44. Deep drop on first down. Flag on the play. That is caught by Logan Strange on the right sideline. Let's see what the flag is. Call coming from R62. And that is going to be clipping, which is not a coupon-saving measure. That is a block in the back for those unfamiliar. And that is bad news for the San Jose offense.
Yeah, just not the play that you want, especially after a nice first down catch. I believe it was going to be a catch. It didn't look like he went out of bounds on that catch, and now sets them deeper and starts them in not so great territory at the 26 now.
Looked like a questionable call in the replay, but as it stands, 1st and 28 for the flight. Bunch to the top of your screen. Green and shotgun again, and he will throw over the middle on first down, and that is caught for positive yardage. And you see the excitement there from Jerry Walters, which makes it 2nd and 19.
You know, 1st and 28 is so difficult to start off with. Like, at this point, with 1st and 28, you have to go with a pass at that point. And it was a very nice pass to get them inching closer, but not where they want to be.
A lot of chicken left on the bone here. It's 2nd and 19. Green will throw to the left side, has Hazard. And Hazard will spin to no avail, taken down at the 36 to make it 3rd and 18.
I don't think the swing pass is what you need for a 2nd and long situation. You want to throw it deep in a situation like that to get out of that deep situation, even if it's only like 11 or 12 yards. But now it's caused a 3rd and 18.
Bunch formation to the bottom of your screen. Green and shotgun again. And we'll throw it over the middle, and that is intercepted. And there's going to be a return on this from number 24. And finally, it's Doug Spelling who makes the tackle on Aaron Franklin. What a game he's had tonight. And the interception sets up 1st and goal for Albuquerque.
And Aaron Franklin has been a big part of the second half defense from Albuquerque there. And then just, you know, tip of the iceberg for him with that interception on that and getting a great run. And like you said before, Spelling being able to run him down to prevent a pick 6 from happening. And now Albuquerque has only 8 yards to get a score. And even if they're set back at all, it's great field goal position for Dane Merrow.
5:47 left in the game. Albuquerque up 7, looking for more. Douglas Brown in the backfield by himself. Blanton will throw it on first down. Under pressure, and he goes down in a heap. Now it's a big sack by Robert Crone. And Crone will muscle out as he keeps his team's hope of winning alive. 2nd and goal.
That's a very crucial sack that Robert Crone had. That's the 2nd of the game, but none more important than this one. Pushes them back to the 15, getting them even harder and harder to work with here.
2nd and goal. Blanton under center will throw it. Back to pass over the middle, and that is intercepted! And that is Mike Jones, the strong safety, who takes points off the board for Albuquerque. And San Jose has another sign of life.
And that is a sign of Albuquerque going for the jugular there, but Mike Jones says, you ain't touching our jugular right now. Mike Jones with an absolutely crucial pick on this one here to give Joseph Green another chance for the San Jose offense to go down the field and possibly tie this game. I'm hoping for something big here, guys.
Outstanding athleticism by Mike Jones, earning his offense a respawn here at the 13-yard line. Green will throw it on first down. Looking to the right side. That is caught. No, it isn't. Spelling bobbles it out of bounds. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
It just looked like it slipped out of Spelling's hands as he was trying to get that catch, and twinkle toe on the sideline there. Just a very unfortunate pass drop there from Spelling, and sets up a 2nd and 10 now.
Such a smooth routine that Green and Spelling had going there, and that's the first deviation we'd seen from that tonight. 2nd and 10. Green, another deep drop, throwing over the middle, and that is deflected and knocked down by Gustafson. Once again, to make it 3rd and 10, and San Jose running out of chances here with 5:04 left to play.
I absolutely understand the play calling and the decisions being made by Joseph Green, but that pass was a little bit of a duck throw. He needs to throw a little bit more zip on that pass like he has down the middle with Spelling multiple times so far in this game.
6 defensive backs on the field for Albuquerque. Bunch formation to the bottom of your screen for San Jose. Green in the shotgun on 3rd and 10. We'll throw it down to the left side, and that is caught, and a big catch by San Jose, and it will move the chains for a 1st down.
And that's going to stop the clock too with that one there. An excellent pinpoint throw from Joseph Green to get it to his man. That's Jerry Walters, which we've seen a couple times at this point with some crucial plays. And now with San Jose out of that deep territory, now has a little bit of breathing space so they can kind of play around with what they have now.
The 30-yard line now with a fresh set of downs. Joseph Green under center. Will drop back again on 1st down. Hazard makes the adjustment in the left flat. Has a lane, a 1st down, and a little bit more. And will get very close to midfield with 4:53 left to play. And it's another 1st down for the flight.
And that was an excellent play call for the swing pass there, knowing that that they've done a couple deep passes down the middle these last couple plays, going with that wide swing pass and giving Jimmy Hazard a ton of space. There was a few offensive linemen with him to block, big block, to get him to that 1st down.
Field goal does San Jose no good here. They need a touchdown to tie. 55 yards away is Joseph Green. Out of the offset eye here on 1st and 10. They will hand off to Hazard, who has room on the right side, but is brought down after a big tackle there by Grant Gustafson again. And I've been calling his name so much tonight, I shouldn't really be struggling with it. 2nd and 8.
You know, it's just excellent reading by Grant Gustafson there to stop Jimmy Hazard from getting that forward momentum, especially from an excellent swing pass that he got from earlier.
2nd and 8 now. Power eye for San Jose. Green back to pass, throwing over the middle. And that is a huge catch. No, he dropped it in and out of the hands of Doug Spelling over the middle, who looked like he had his team sitting pretty, but no, 3rd and 8.
That would have been a spectacular diving catch from Doug Spelling, but I think just the momentum of him hitting the turf just bobbled the ball loose, and what could have been an excellent situation from San Jose, possibly in field goal range even from this, and now they have to fight for this 3rd down.
And that is the 2nd bobbling we've seen from Doug Spelling, who'd been so reliable in the first 3 quarters. And Green over the middle on 3rd and 8, and that is incomplete. And now it's 4th and 8 with 4:18 to play at decision time for San Jose.
And just an excellent read from Gustafson. He's been all over the place in this second half, from hits to the running back to making excellent stops of the ball. Even though it looked like he did a blind swat on this one, that's getting a 3rd eye in the back of your head kind of situation on that. But with 4:18 left to go, I have to feel like San Jose's got to go for it. But it looks like they got their punting unit out.
Aaron Lind, the punter, is on the field for 4th and 8. Lind will put his foot on it. Caught at the 14. And Albuquerque will take over at their own 21-yard line. Keep up with the SFL and its teams on social media at Simulationfl. Follow us on Twitter for weekly broadcast schedules, discover team content, and stay up to date on SFL news. Let us know who your favorite team or broadcaster is, and how you enjoy the broadcast each week with the hashtag #MakeAnImpact. Thanks for your viewership and support of the SFL. And now the heavy lifting apparently done for Trellis Blanton. And it's Douglas Brown who will go back to work with a huge gain on 1st down. Shimmy away, my man. 2nd and 3.
And if Albuquerque's plan is just to run the rest of the clock there, it's an absolutely a great start to this drive here, getting a great 1st down yardage, setting up a 2nd down situation where you don't have to go too far to get that 1st down.
There you see Robert Crone, 2 sacks on the night so far and looking for more. We'll see how many passing opportunities he has left as Douglas Brown will take the handoff again, very close to the first down. They're going to spot him a yard short to make it 3rd and 1.
Buford Reese, it looked like he basically stopped Douglas Brown from getting to that first down, just his big, beefy frame preventing him to get that first down. And now sets up a 3rd down where it's still close, but San Jose has to fight to make them stop.
Do you give it to Douglas Brown here?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I do too. Power I. 3 tight ends in the game for Albuquerque. San Jose looking to clog those gaps. And there is the handoff to Brown. And Brown is stopped short of the line. Outstanding play by Philadelphia Collins, who filled the lane. And San Jose has another gasp at life.
That was an accident, not an accident. That was an absolutely great read from Philadelphia Collins and the entire defensive line on there, making sure that the offensive line was having trouble on their own to give space to Philadelphia Collins to get that tackle. No gain, 4th down. San Jose has a chance.
And they will get the ball on the happy side of the 2-minute warning, as Ralph Bennington will not have that much time to wait before this punt. No pressure from the flight. It is away. And San Jose will take over at their own 38-yard line. 62 yards away from the promised land with 2:06 to play. And Brett, the play calling really opens up here because you could run it theoretically and not lose any time because you have the free 2-minute timeout.
I'm thinking either 1 run play or they could do 2 pass plays if they're quick with those passing plays. But I'd like to think a Jimmy Hazard run to get to the 2-minute warning.
Just saw the numbers there for Hazard. 16 carries, 74 yards. And Green will throw to Hazard on 1st down, who makes a man miss, has a 1st down, and is going to be very close to the sideline as we reach the 2-minute warning. Don't touch that mouse, screen, or dial. We've got a 1-score game here. You're watching SFLm on YouTube. What an outstanding game we've had here to kick off Season 3 of SFLm. Albuquerque, the defending champs, up 7, trying to hang on against San Jose, and Joseph Green throws a strike to Juice Parrish, and Parrish is down at the 26-yard line with 1:48 to go.
And we haven't heard of too much of Juice Parrish in this game. I believe he had only 1 catch in the first half. So maybe the Albuquerque defense started to forget a little bit about him, and that left them wide open for that middle yardage. They are now in field goal range, threatening 6.
Locke continues to run, 1:30 to play. Joseph Green will throw on 1st down, finds Hazard to the right flat. Hazard has room to run, spin cycle, does not get out of bounds. It'll be down at the 19-yard line, and San Jose still not calling timeout or hurrying back to the line.
Yeah, this is very interesting. It was a decent gain, and nonetheless, and only 19 yards left to go. Maybe they're looking to have a situation where they're not going to give Albuquerque too much time to respond. Let's see what happens.
Hazard up the middle is going to be stuffed at the line, and now they will go to the hurry up on 3rd and 3.
Yeah, that 2nd down play didn't work for them. They're going to have to get something. They're going to have to be creative here.
Green will throw, short drop, pressure coming. Finds a man, that is Logan Strange, who catches it just barely over the line. It's a 1st down, and now San Jose will hurry up again. 42 seconds to play. Green under center. Well, huge drop back over the middle. That's deflected by a couple of NBA centers, it looked like. Tim House way up in the air knocking down that pass.
Yeah, Tim House looking like your modern-day Akeem Olajuwon with that jump there, giving Green absolutely no space to throw that ball. And, you know, at 6'7", he's going to have huge hands. So that was an excellent swat by Tim House.
15 yards in 38 seconds. San Jose knows what's in front of them. Trips to the top of your screen. Green drops back to pass. Finds Hazard on the outlet, and Hazard drop behind the line, and San Jose will have to call timeout.
Very much so, just a stop of the receivers and hoping that they pass to Hazard where they can stop him right away, and that's exactly what Albuquerque wanted. Taking a little bit more time off the clock, and now it's a 3rd down with 33 seconds left.
3rd and 11. You wonder how much of a factor Jimmy Hazard could be here. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Joseph Green in shotgun. Green will step back. Pressure coming, throwing to the left side, and that is tipped and out of bounds, incomplete. Bringing up 4th down. Jerry Walters, the receiver, intended.
I really like the idea of that pass there, especially with that out route. Maybe a little bit short of the end zone, but it wouldn't have mattered. If Walters had that catch, he probably would have been out of bounds, and being at the 2 or 1 would have been an excellent way. But 4th and 11, they have to go for it at this point.
You hear the fans getting into it. Trips to the
Free
top,
play.
and they jump both sides. And Hazard will get stopped short of the line, but it's for naught as Albuquerque will hand San Jose an extra chance at a free 5 yards.
Yeah, and it's going to be a much closer situation for them, and now they can start thinking about other plays, a couple shorter plays that they could work with here.
And that is a tough break for Moses Tallway, who's been playing a pretty good game up to that point. He's got to be kicking himself, at least in his own brain, for that mistake. And now San Jose will get one more bite at the apple here. And this is it. If Albuquerque could stop them here, they're going to win the game. If San Jose could get a first down, they've got a chance to knock off the Season 2 champs. Trips to the bottom. Green's going to throw it over the middle, and that is incomplete. Walters again, the intended receiver, but Joseph Green nowhere near him.
I just feel like that wasn't a great read of the play there. As you can see, there was probably 5 defenders around there, and Green just overthrew the situation there. Walters probably needed a few more inches of jump perhaps to do it, but now it causes a turnover, and Albuquerque, with only 21 seconds left, might look at victory formation here.
And that might have been pass interference, but no call there. And the Adams will come out in victory formation. San Jose will use a timeout. 19 seconds remaining. And Brett, we had questions about Albuquerque, about what the championship hangover, if you will, might look like. We had questions about San Jose, who have been in the bottom of some power rankings circulating in SFL media. And I'm not saying we've answered all of those questions tonight, but we've certainly answered quite a few.
And even then, it's only week 1, and a lot of things can change even by a single week. So it's really tough to say after only 1 week of action. Definitely from the SFL and definitely from the SFLm. Like, things could change within, say, 3 or 4 weeks, or the next time they play, kind of thing. The roles could be reversed for all we know.
San Jose out of timeouts, but Albuquerque's going to line up in formation and run a play here with 18 seconds remaining. Douglas Brown would be taken down to make it 4th and 11, and that will do it. The Albuquerque Adams, the defending champs, hold the line at San Jose, heading to California, and they start their season 1-0 with a 17-10 win over the San Jose Flight. And Brett, what an outstanding game to kick off this SFLm Season 3.
No, there was a lot of players that should have credit for excellent games, and that should go to Trellis Blanton and Joseph Green, definitely having a bit of a quarterback duel. Not the 300 yards that we were maybe expecting from the first half, but they were both playing smart football to get them excellent games to start out their seasons. Get that, maybe for some of them, get that rust out. For a lot of them to get the nerves out. But I think the difference of this game was Albuquerque was getting Douglas Brown in the game early and in the game often, especially with the runs there. I feel like if Jimmy Hazard maybe had a few runs in that first half, he could probably get going a little bit more, and it could have been a little bit more of a barn burner as we saw here. But nonetheless, an excellent game to start for both teams. It was just unfortunate that San Jose had to get the loss on this one. I wish we could give ties in the SFLm, to be honest.
If I was going to pick a player of the game, I would be torn between Nate Ritter's 3 catches for 88 yards and a touchdown, and his Huge breakaway touchdown in the first half, the difference in this game. And also Douglas Brown, who had 97 yards, was a real workhorse. A lot of volume for the second-year running back, who went over 1,000 all-purpose yards in his minor league career. Very impressed with Albuquerque, the way that they played, but also for San Jose. Philadelphia Collins, 11 tackles. An absolute beast. He came up with some clutch plays. And let's see who the player of the game is. It is Nate Ritters. 4 catches, 88 yards, and a score. And that was actually a tougher decision than others might have let on. Brett, I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to working with you probably down the road. I hope you had a good time as well.
I had an excellent time, Josh. I hope that we can do this again next week.
For Brett, for Cameron Irvine in the truck, I am Josh Circle. We'll have more SFL4 football for you next week. Until then, we'll see you on the internet. Good night from San Jose.